Hi everyone, welcome back to our series on Kubernetes Multi-tenancy. In the last video we talked about multi-tenancy, what it is, how it works and why it's beneficial. And today we are going to talk about how the different sizes of companies can use Kubernetes Multi-tenancy for their infrastructure. My name is Guilherme, I work at xgeeks, and let's dive in. In the startup world, agility and cost efficiency are key, right? Startups start with very low capital and they need to be very cost efficient. With Kubernetes multi-tenancy, startups can develop, test and deploy in the same cluster, but in isolated environments. This means they don't waste money on multiple infrastructures for each stage. Plus, it allows faster iterations where they can quickly test out new ideas and roll out updates. And a very important part, they will also start with the best practices from the ground up in all their new projects that they might create to grow the startup. As startups grow into mid-sized organizations, their challenges multiply. They need to manage multiple services and multiple users, often still with a limited budget. Multi-tenancy lets them scale efficiently because different teams can work on isolated environments. In this case, the namespaces that we talked, ensuring that the deployment of one service doesn't disrupt the other one. Let's imagine that there is a team that needs a very specific cluster setup for some reason. We can now start to have something like a central management platform of clusters that will manage all the multi-tenant clusters that your company has. We now have something that I like to call multi-cluster multi-tenancy. Yeah, sure, you might add that we are breaking the multi-tenancy concept by using more than one cluster. But if you look closely, on the contrary, as you can see, we reduced from 13 clusters to only 3. With this, we achieved the desired efficiency that we are looking for with multi-tenancy. Last but not least, the big boys, the big enterprises. Big enterprises face a lot of complexities. They are monsters, let's say. They often have to deal with different services, small services, big customers, small customers, and all of these customers and services have strict rules for data and privacy. Kubernetes multi-tenancy will organize their stack, let's say, into isolated environments and secure sections, all within the same system. This way, each part of the company, whether it's in US or Europe or Asia or whatever, can have its setup that meets its local laws and not only streamlines global operations, but significantly cuts down the costs, right? Because we don't have to have multiple thousands of clusters per region. You can have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 big clusters that will simplify things by a lot. This is all good and great, but as we mentioned before, big enterprises come with big complexity. And because of all the rules and strict data policies that they have, sometimes we need to come with something different. In this case, we need a central platform for all the cluster management that we need to do. We need something that is multi-cloud, multi-cluster and multi-tenancy. A hybrid solution, let's say, that has tenants on different clouds or even on-prem. With this, all the sensitive data and confidential data can be held on premises, ensuring security and compliance, while the non-specific data, let's say, can be held on the cloud. With this, as you can see, we can have the scalability of Kubernetes, but way more efficient and way more secure. Thank you for joining us on another Kubernetes multi-tenancy episode. Whether you are just starting out or you are managing a global enterprise, you can see that Kubernetes multi-tenancy can offer you tools to go efficiently and securely in a cloud-native way. Don't miss out on our next episode. We're going to talk on how to manage efficiently and with the best practices Kubernetes multi-tenancy architecture. Also, if you didn't watch our previous video, click here. If you want to watch the next video, click here. See you the next time.